Good morning, dear students. So in the last class, we have completed the first chapter in the second module, that is data warehouse implementation. Now coming to the second chapter, that is data mining. Okay. So see here in this subject, see we have got that is two different topics. See, one is related to the data warehouse, and second one is about the data mining. So till now, whatever we have studied, that comes under that is data warehouse. So that is first module, and in the second module, first part. Okay, all those topics, those comes under data warehouse concepts. Now from this second module, second part, say all the data mining topics will come. That is in the second module, and then third, fourth, and then fifth. So in these modules, we will be studying about the that is data mining techniques here. Okay. So now let's start with the introduction. So let's understand what exactly a data mining is. Okay. So see here. See, you know the meaning of mining. Okay. So mining is nothing but extracting. Okay, so that is the meaning of mining, extraction of that is data. Okay, so in general, I can say that data mining is nothing but extraction of data or the useful information. Okay, so see here, this extraction of data, it will be done automatically here. Okay, so it is not done by human. So it will be automatically extracted by the system here. So data mining, say it is the process of automatically discovering the useful information or automatically extracting the useful information in the large data repository. So in the data repositories, okay, in the memory or the DBMS systems, so you will be having a large collection of data. From that large collection of data, you will be extracting the useful information. So that useful information is called as this process is called as data mining. So data mining is the process of automatically discovering or extracting the useful information in the large data repository. So in case of data mining, say we'll be using some techniques here in order to extract the data from the large databases. See, from these large databases, we'll be finding novel and the useful patterns. See, these novel and the useful patterns, they will not be, they will not be visible if you look at simply at the data. So you need to use the data mining techniques in order to extract these novel and the useful patterns. Say data mining techniques, they are employed or deployed to score the large databases in order to find the novel and the useful patterns that might otherwise remain unknown. So see here, I will give one example of a pattern here. See, in case of e-commerce sites, normally in order to develop their that is business, what they are going to do is, see, you might have observed in the Amazon or Flipkart, whenever you buy a mobile phone, see, in the that is suggestion box, you'll get some kind of suggestions like back cover or tempered glass. So here, how they are going to suggest that back cover and the tempered glass is, that is based on the frequently purchased items here. So there is a normal tendency that whenever a person is going to buy a mobile phone, then he is also going to buy the tempered glass or the back cover. So that is a tendency. Or in the same way, see, if a person buys a bread, then there is a tendency that he's also going to buy the butter or the jam. Okay, so that is a frequently purchased items here. So that is one kind of a pattern here. So frequent patterns will be extracted using these data mining techniques. So in order to find such patterns, we need to use the data mining techniques here. So just understand this one. Data mining is nothing but, so it is the process of automatically discovering the useful information in the large data repositories. So we'll be having a large collection of data in the repositories. From those large collection of data, we'll be extracting or finding the useful information. Okay. So this useful information, say it is not possible to find using the normal methods here. We need to use the data mining techniques only in order to find this useful information. So data mining techniques, see, they will be employed here to the large databases in order to find the novel and the useful patterns. See, novel is nothing but it is a new pattern which is not available in the already existing data. You will be finding a new pattern here and which will be useful. in order to improve the business. Okay. So now, see, one more advantage of using data mining is, see, it is also going to allow us to predict the outcome of future observation. So you'll be able to predict the future situations also. For example, see, as a business owner, see, if a new customer arrives, you want to know how much he is going to spend in your department store. So that is one kind of prediction here, whether he's going to spend that is 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees or $100. Okay, so you'll be predicting how much amount he's going to spend in your department store or in your e-business. Okay, that will be done with the help of data mining here. So data mining techniques, see, they are going to allow you to predict the outcome of the future observation in order to predict what is going to happen in future. So if you want to predict that, you need to use the data mining. So one example is, see, if you got a store here, say either e-commerce store or a physical store. So in that store, if you want to know if how much a new customer is going to spend on the products in your store, so that can be predicted with the help of data mining techniques here. But here, see, there is a difference between the that is some of the tasks which will be doing in day-to-day life. So compared to those tasks, see, this data mining is completely different. So I'll give one example here. So see here, see, you will be fetching the records which are present in a database system, or you will be searching some website. Okay, so using the query. See, all these tasks, they comes under information retrieval. That is things. So information retrieval is, see, you will be finding some query. Sorry, you'll be finding some record using the query, or you will be finding some that is a website using your query. So that fetching of record and searching for a website, see, those things, they comes under information retrieval. Those are not the data mining task or data mining things. They are normal, just information retrieval things. So you might have done in case of your DBMS system, that is by giving some query, select from where. You have fetched some of the records. Okay, or while searching for your result, okay, so you will go to VT website. So that searching of website and fetching the records, those are the tasks, they comes under the information retrieval. They are not the data mining task. In case of data mining, so you will be extracting the useful patterns, or you will be discovering the useful information which is hidden in the data, which is not visible to you people. So it will be automatically extracted here. So such kind of techniques or the things, they comes under data mining. Okay. So this is about the definition of data mining. Now let's see how exactly this data mining process is going to happen in case of knowledge discovery in databases. So see here, so this diagram, so it shows the process of knowledge discovery in databases. That is how we will be extracting the knowledge which is present in the large databases here. So if you observe in this diagram, so see here, data mining is actually one of the step in this knowledge discovery in databases. So if you look at the diagram here, so this complete diagram, it represents the knowledge discovery process. That is KDD process, knowledge discovery in databases, where we will be discovering the useful information or the knowledge here. So in this, see, data mining is just one step. It is one integral part of this KDD process here. But this knowledge discovery in database, it is a complete process here. It is the process of converting this raw input data into useful information. So you'll be getting some raw data here, input data. So that will be converted into useful information using this KDD process. So see here, this complete diagram, it represents the KDD process, knowledge discovery in databases. So this KDD process is nothing but, you'll be having some raw data. That raw data will be converted into useful information by applying some of the steps here. So this is complete process. In that, data mining is one just part here, one step here. So it is an integral part of this KDD process here. So in this process, we will be performing some of the transformation steps here in order to convert this raw input data into useful information. You will be performing a series of transformations here. So these series of transformations are data pre-processing, and then data mining, and then post-processing. By applying these series of transformations, you will be converting the input data into useful information. So this KDD, knowledge discovery in databases, so it is a process of converting the raw input data into useful information by applying a series of transformations starting from data pre-processing and data mining and data post-processing. Okay. So now let's see how exactly it is going to convert this raw input data into useful information here. So see here, input data, it can be either your flat files, okay, normal files like PDF, okay, or doc files. Okay, so all those files, okay, they comes under the raw input data, or even spreadsheets also, Excel sheets. Okay, say Excel sheets also contain the data, or even your relational database tables. See, all these things are raw input data here. So this raw input data, so it will be stored in a variety of formats here. So it will not be present in just one file. It will be present in different files. So raw input data can be either your flat files, or it can be a spreadsheets or relational tables. And this data can be either stored in a centralized data repository, or it will be distributed across multiple sites here. So either the data will be stored in a single system, or it will be distributed across multiple systems. So this is about the raw input data. So input data can be either it can be stored in the flat files or relational tables, or even in the spreadsheets, and it can be stored either in a centralized data repository, that is in a single system, or it will be distributed among multiple systems. Okay, now coming to the first step, that is data pre-processing. Okay, so data pre-processing is nothing but, so in case of pre-processing, we will be converting the raw input data into the appropriate format here. Say, in order to perform the data mining, we must have the data in the appropriate format. Say, it must be converted into appropriate format. So in order to convert the raw data into appropriate format, which is helpful for data analysis using data mining, we will be applying the data pre-processing here. So data pre-processing is nothing but, see, it is the process of transforming the raw input data into an appropriate format, which is useful for data analysis using data mining. Okay, now what are the different that is operations which we are going to perform in the data pre-processing? Okay, so see here we have got different steps here which we will be applying in data pre-processing, like feature selection, dimensionality reduction, normalization, and then data subsetting. Okay, so see here, in case of data pre-processing, see, we have got different operations. So for example, so I'll list some of the operations which we'll be performing here. So first one is, see, we will be fusing the data from the different sources. As I said, the data will be present in many files here. Either it will be present in the flat files, or in the spreadsheets, or it will be present in the relational tables. So we need to combine the data from the different sources. That will be done in the data pre-processing, that is fusing of data. Or see, one more thing is, we will be performing data cleaning, that is by removing the noise, okay, or the errors which are present in the data. That also comes under data pre-processing. That is removing the noise and the errors which are present in the data. That also comes under this data pre-processing. Okay, and then see feature selection. So see here, feature selection is nothing but, we will be selecting the records or the features which are required for performing the data mining. See, it is not required that you need to have all the records which are present in the raw input data. Only part of the features or the records will be required to perform the data mining here. So that will be done in feature selection. So feature selection is nothing but selecting the features which are appropriate for your data mining task. For example, say you want to find the average marks of a student. Okay, so in the student record, you'll be having details like student name and then USN marks. Okay, and then grade. Okay, you'll be having address, name of parents. Okay, all these things will be present. But in order to find the average of marks, so you require only two columns here, that is student name and the marks. So only these two attributes I will be selecting. That is called as feature selection. See, dimensionality reduction is nothing but, see, it is nothing but converting the data from high dimensional data to low dimensional data. Okay, so the data which is present in the raw input data, so it will be in high dimensions, that will be converted into low dimensions using dimensionality reduction. Okay, and then normalization and subsetting. Say in case of data subsetting, we will be selecting only a part of records. For example, if you have got 10,000 records in case of your that is the DBMS system, or in the that is raw input data, so I will be selecting only 1,000 records or the 500 records. So that is called as data subsetting. Okay. So again, see, normalization is nothing but see that is converting the data from that is high dimensional data to low dimensional data. Again, it is part of dimensionality reduction only. So this is the process that we'll be doing in data pre-processing. So in case of data pre-processing, we will be converting the raw input data into a format that is appropriate for performing the data analysis using data mining. Okay, so the raw data will be present in the different sources or the formats. So all those data will be combined or fused. That will be done in data pre-processing. Okay. That is one thing. And other things, we will be cleaning the data in order to remove the noise and the errors which are present in the data. That also comes under data pre-processing. And then we will be selecting the features and the records which are required for our data mining task. That is nothing but feature selection. And then dimensionality reduction is nothing but say we'll be reducing the data from high dimensional data to low dimensional data. That is dimensionality reduction. And normalization, see, it is part of dimensionality reduction only. And then coming to the data subsetting, see, data subsetting is nothing but selecting only part of records which are required. Okay, instead of having all the records in the data, we'll be selecting only part of records. That is the data subsetting. Okay, so all these things will be done in data pre-processing. So among these three steps, see, one of the labor intensive and also time consuming that is step is data pre-processing. See, labor intensive is nothing but many number of labors or the workers will be required to perform this first step here. Okay, you require many of the people in order to perform this data pre-processing, and also it is time consuming here. So the reason is because we'll be performing many tasks here, so it is going to consume a large amount of time. Okay, so it is a time consuming process. Okay, so after that is pre-processing the data, we'll be performing the data mining. Okay, so what are the things that comes under data mining that we will be studying in this chapter? Okay, in the next topics, don't bother much now. So just understand that data mining is nothing but it is the process of extracting the useful information from the data repositories. Okay, so under this we'll be having different tasks like see, as I said, we'll be performing the clustering. Okay, and then we have got the association analysis. Okay, and then classification. See, all these things we'll be studying in the next coming topics. Okay, so once we perform the data mining, see, next step is we need to integrate these results which we have got from data mining into decision support systems. See, as I said, see, in case of data mining, see, whatever information you have got, that will be given to decision support systems to take the decisions in order to improve their business. So once we get the result from the data mining, we'll be integrating that result which we have got into decision support systems. So for example, see, in case of business applications, see, whatever results you got from the data mining, you'll be integrating that with the campaign management. Okay, in order to that is effectively market your promotions. So what we will be doing in business is we'll be integrating the results of the data mining into campaign management. So campaign management is nothing but that is promoting your products. So if you have got any e-commerce shop of your own, so you need to promote your products. Okay, so in order to promote that product, you need to get some results. So those results will be got with the help of data mining here. So as I said, for example, see, when I buy a mobile phone, I'll get a promotion of a product at the bottom. That is, I'll be having a suggestion of either a back cover or tempered glass. Okay, that is they are producting. They are marketing their product here. They are promoting their product. That is based on the result of data mining task here. Okay, so that will be done here in case of that is data post processing. So in case of post processing, see what we are going to do is we will be taking only the valid and useful results and will be integrating them into decision support systems. Not all the results will be useful here, only the valid results and the useful results, they will be integrated into that is decision support systems here. That will be done in the data post processing here. So one of the example is visualization. See, normally visualization, see, it is going to allow the experts here in order to explore the data and the that is data mining results here from different viewpoints. So visualization is nothing but showing the results here. You will be showing the results in the graph format so that the knowledge workers will be able to visualize that result in the different formats here. Okay, that will be done in the data post processing. So this is the complete process of that is knowledge discovery in databases. So see here, I will repeat that. See, this data mining, it is an integral part of knowledge discovery in the databases. Knowledge discovery in databases is nothing but it is a process of converting the raw input data into useful information. Input is raw input data and output is useful information. So this raw input data, say it will be present either in the flat files, spreadsheet, or it will be present in a format of relational table here. So that raw input data, even it can be stored in a single system, that is centralized data repository, or it will be distributed among multiple systems. Okay, so what we will be doing here is, see, in order to perform the data mining, we need to convert this raw input data into a useful format in order to perform this task. So that will be done with the help of data pre-processing. So that data pre-processing, it is going to convert the data from one format to the other format, which is useful to perform the data analysis using data mining. Okay, now coming to what are the different things that comes under data pre-processing. So one thing is, say we'll be using the data from the different sources here. Since the data is present in variety of files here, we'll be combining that data into a single file. That is data fusion. That will be done in the data pre-processing. Or say we'll be removing the errors or the noise which is present in the data. That also comes under this step. Or we will be selecting only a subset of features or the records here, which is useful for data mining tasks. That will be done here. Okay. See, among these three steps, see this data pre-processing, it is very labor intensive. See, labor intensive means that it will be taking a large amount of time to perform this task, and also many people will be required to perform this task. Workers, a lot of workers will be required here. So that is the disadvantage of this step. And then we'll be performing data mining. So in case of data mining, we will be performing a series of that is steps here in order to extract the useful information. Okay, so that useful information will be output of this data mining. And then see, once we get the results from the data mining, we need to integrate that with the decision support system. Ultimately, the business users, see, they want to take the decisions here in order to improve their business. So in order to improve their business, they will be integrating the results of data mining with the decision support systems. See, as I said, in case of business application, see, whatever results you got using data mining, you will be integrating that in order to improve your business. That is, you'll be planning some campaign management here. Campaign management is nothing but will be performing some that is promotion strategies here. Okay, so sometimes promotion may be even in terms of see, you might have seen in case of GPay, and then even in case of your that is Amazon Pay. So they will be promoting their product. Okay, so by giving you rewards. Okay, so that is also one kind of a promotion here. Okay, or else see, in some case of e-commerce sites like Flipkart and then Amazon, so you will be having some discount on your products. 10% discount on this card, credit card, they will be specifying that. That is also one kind of promotion strategy here. Okay, so that is integrating the results of data mining with the decision support system. So that is called as data post processing. So you'll not integrate all the results here, only valid and useful results will be integrated. Okay, So one of the example of the task which will be done here is visualization. So in case of visualization, we'll be visualizing the data from the different viewpoints here. Okay, so that will be done by the business users here. That is in the graphical formats, in different graphs formats, the data will be displayed so that they can easily perform the visualization task. And filtering patterns is nothing but that is selecting only a subset of patterns. And then pattern interpretation means analyzing the patterns in order to improve the business. Okay. So this is the complete process that comes under the KDD. Okay. So now, so you do one thing. Okay, you log out and re-log in again. Okay, so I will explain the next topic also. Okay.